Hey ratbags, it's Jade with a grounded update video. I'm a bit late on this, shock horror. I'm not immediately up within an hour, but there has been some news from the Casually Grounded. Last one of the year, so big shout out to Eric and the rest of the community team, Chris, Sam and Shyla for doing just a great job. I think this year after 1.0 Grounded has actually done a really good job, but we'll go into that in a while in another video. But what we're talking about today, well, it's one to hopefully shut up all them negative Nellies once more. I must use that term about every month, I swear, in a video. Grounded's a chill game, it's got one of the best communities going, but there's this little undercurrent of toxic little shitbags that really just want to crap on anything Obsidian do, or if they don't actually have exactly what they want with every update, they cry really hard. Like 99% of you guys are amazing. You love Grounded, you love what they've done with the game. You might have some criticisms or you wish things could keep being improved or added, but you do it in a good way, a constructive way. But like I said, there is this negative element that when the Playgrounds update came out, they were like, that's it, I can't believe they didn't add any survival content, this game is dead. Even though we had a freaking door literally teasing what was going to be maybe next or coming in the future, so many comments that I saw on my videos from some of these people were just like, nah, this is going downhill, they should be adding an update every single month. But with people with brains, people that can actually consider things, how games are made, especially when it's a team of only like 20 people, all the good stuff that Grounded and Obsidian have done for the game and the community over the last 3 years, they saw the good points of Playgrounds. They saw how it could give a lot of players content and the main player base, a lot of people, younger players especially, things to do, things to experience and to build. And that is something that was kind of missing from Grounded. It doesn't need to be pigeonholed into this survival only RPG game. It can be a creative game as well. Why not? Especially if it gives more options. Anyway, I've waffled on enough there. A little bit of a rant. I'm a bit sick, so excuse me. Let's go ahead and play the main clip from Eric and then we'll discuss further about how 1.4 is going to be content that some of them negative Nellies wanted with the Playgrounds update. And while the future of Grounded isn't over, we are still going to be getting a lot more content that is survival focused, as well as possibly more Playgrounds in the future.
So the team wanted to release a little update before we went on holiday break to add some more gizmos and stuff. We'll continue to do some hot fixes over the next month or so for 1.3.4. This will be the last patch where we're going to add new features or extra gizmos and stuff like that. So we'll just be in bug fixing mode from here on out. So we're still going to continue and iterate and add additions to Playgrounds, but in the next 1.4 update, that will not be the focus. So if you catch my meaning, wink wink. Yeah, so in the next big update 1.4, we're working on things. We don't have a date on when 1.4 will be out. It's probably going to take a while, like 1.3 did, as the team works on some stuff.
So there we go, 1.4. Just like I did tell people actually, when Playgrounds came out, there was a bunch of interviews with Adam Brennicky. He explained that they're getting to the limits of what Xbox One could do, but it didn't mean they were going to stop updating the game. They were clearly just looking at it being very hard now to add new kinds of content, like new areas or regions or bugs or items. He said the end is in sight pretty much for Grounded, more or less, but they are still going to iterate. They've still got plenty of stuff they want to add to the game before then. The Playgrounds was an idea that they kind of come up with or hit on after 1.0, and it really took hold. And it was obviously something in there from way back when in their original roadmap that they did want to try and create some sort of user player generated content. So 1.4 really might be one of the big last survival updates. It might be. It could be that case, and then after that there may be another Playgrounds focused update. And by the sounds of it, I'm not expecting it in the first half of the year. I don't know if it will even arrive come sort of May or June possibly. Pure speculation, they may go ahead and launch it in March, but if we take a look at the time frame between sort of the WASP update and the Super Duper update, and then take a look at the Playgrounds update, that was pretty much nearly 4 or 5 months. They deserve a well-earned break, a few bug fixes and stuff, so yeah, I can't imagine that this next big chunky update will actually hit until at some point, like I said, early summer, end of spring. And I'm okay with that. I can't stress enough, it really infuriates me how I see people comment sometimes that just haven't got a clue how games get made and how little or how much sometimes you can do with only so many people. Yes, they're owned by Daddy Microsoft, so they do have a bit more backing. They can get testing done a lot more, they can get localization, they can have extra help from other studios occasionally, and they have paid for other studios to make content for them in the past, like The Pond or Assets and stuff. But at its core, the people that make the big decisions and make on most of the content, they are really small. They're not Fortnite. We're not seeing updates pop out every single week. Even with that game that's just come out, Lego Fortnite, they're having lots of bug fixes and stuff. But yeah, there's no real big updates that can come every week in Grounded. They just don't have that kind of team. And as I always point out, you get an update, what are you going to do a week after you've played it? You're just sitting around bored waiting for the next survival focused update to go and kill another boss, another arms set that you might not like or use, and that's it. Don't get me wrong, as a content creator that's built a second channel on Grounded and had massive success on the main one with it, I would love content to be more frequent. If it came every 2 months or 3 months like it was during early access, fantastic. But games do have a shelf life. We know that Adam spoke about the possibilities that Grounded's kind of a big brand now for Microsoft. The animated TV show, they do need to kind of update us what's going on with that. That is still happening. And yeah, I fully predict we're going to see an early access Grounded 2 launch in 2025. I don't think they need to get rid of support for Xbox Ones because it's causing limitations, technology stuff. They still have them problems and issues with Series X and S. It might not be as big, but they will still run into them same problems in 6 months or a year if they kept updating. And as they've said, they've grown with this community. They don't want to necessarily just leave them behind just because they want to add some content. So I'm happy if that stuff doesn't arrive until the sequel. But yes, 1.4 is going to be survival focused. I'm sure it's going to reveal what's behind the mysterious door. So I'm excited. The hype train will roll in. What could it be? Rift Exploratory Squad. That's everyone's big bet. Facing off against a humongous, a brand new monster maybe. And until then, we've got playgrounds. Like, they may not be your jam. You cannot like a different game mode. You may hate creative game modes in Minecraft, whatever kind of game it is, RPG or survival game, if they have any kind of elements like that. But respect that content takes a while to make. Respect that there's no microtransactions stuffed into Grounded. There's no battle pass. There's no paid DLC. We've got 2 major updates in the year after its release, and they added a significant amount of content with new bugs, new areas, new ways to play, and just revamping a whole bunch of systems. And then we've got this third major update now, the Playgrounds one, which gives endless replayability for people that do like that creative side, that do want to just play in the world of Grounded and not just be one survival focused story. As said, I am here for the long haul. I'm going to be covering other games like Lego Fortnite and maybe Smallland when it full launches next year, but Grounded is always going to be Bay for me. Like, I'll be here when the animated TV show is. I'm going to be doing basically blogs talking about it and, you know, recaps, and then obviously as we lead up to 1.4 and showing you guys what 1.4 will contain, I will be there. But yeah, I do this a lot, and I know I do this a lot, and maybe I shouldn't take it to heart just because a couple of dickheads want to kind of try and spoil the party. But I promise you, I've been a YouTuber for 8 years now. I've played over 150 survival games. I've seen the difference between really good developers and bad developers, and the way that some games become just really crap or not. And Grounded is just, they're there. They're really good. They're the top of the tree for me in terms of how they've treated their community. They deserve a lot more respect from other creators sometimes, and certainly for fans as well. Appreciate what you've got. You've had a great run-in with the game. They've still got content coming, this 1.4 survival focused update. And then, yeah, who knows what goes on after that. Maybe they'll find solutions, or maybe this door will show us actually there is ways that they can get past the technical limitations. And maybe they'll keep Grounded going forever. But I reckon there will be a Grounded 2 done or starting up in end of 2025, and I'm down for it. As always, a big mouth, big opinions, a big Grounded fan. I'll see you ratbags for more very soon.